right, so I'm glad we're all here and we're going to get the ball rolling. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you guys for being here. And most importantly, I want to thank everyone who's watching this on Facebook Live. This discussion's on Facebook Live. As you guys know, today's a very significant day. Today actually marks the 3rd anniversary of the release of the Black Panther. Yeah. And you might probably say, goodness, it felt like yesterday. It felt like 2018.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it was like yesterday we were all excited to go to the movies to see this without worrying about wearing a mask or social distancing.
I know, it's so weird.
It just shows you how the world has changed. But anyhow, I remember 3 years ago, it was Chris and I, we went to see the movie. And the movie was a huge box office smash, ended up being one of the most highest grossing movies of all time. And the character has reached out in other Marvel movies. And of course, we know what happened last year, the death of Chadwick Boseman. But 3 years later, we like to have a discussion and see how has the movie impacted society. But before we do, I like to ask you guys, when the movie came out, what was your reaction when you first saw it?
Oh my God. I was blown away.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah,
when the movie came
out, when the movie came out, I thought it was a bit revolutionary. Yeah, the first Black superhero movie. Is that correct? Yeah.
I would say the first Black superhero movie.
Yeah, it's not the first.
But as far as like the budget, and it was one, right? Yeah, it was a big budget.
Yeah, I thought it was revolutionary when it first came out. Revolutionary,
yeah, for sure. I believe it or not, though, I didn't finish watching it, but because I'm not into superhero movies, but that's the only movie I literally was like, all right, I'll see it.
Yeah. Okay.
I was so excited to see it. I felt so proud. I felt like for the first time, not for the first time, but I felt like, they were talking about me in a way, because I was born in Africa. So to me, I felt like, hey, that's me too.
It spoke to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I included.
Wow. So you felt connected with that movie?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely felt connected.
Yeah, I felt connected with her.
I felt like the world, though. It wasn't only for people.
It was mostly for eye-opening, because during the times we were like, Trump was president, there was so much hate around the world already. So that kind of just brought back, like, you know what? No, like it's not over. Like, people are still making movies, they still need us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was speaking to different colors. So yeah.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, especially at that time, it was very impactful. But let's fast forward 3 years later. We've experienced a lot. We have a different president, administration. We're experiencing a pandemic, the protests of George Floyd. A lot of things has gone, and most importantly, Chadwick Boseman's death. A lot of things have gone since the past 3 years. A lot of changes have gone. Do you still feel like the movie is still relevant to this day? And if so, how?
I say yeah.
Yeah.
That's
good. Like, it's very empowering, and that's what we need now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, definitely involves us now.
I feel like it definitely affected it encouraged women of color to go into the technology, like into the STEM field.
Nice.
With focusing on technology. I feel like it kind of encouraged women of color to do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot that his soldiers were all women too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's true. Yeah. I think that I remember that. I was like, oh, that's dope. It's different. So I
Right.
really like that.
Yeah, I agree with Elsa. I thought the movie was very empowering. Something we really need now during living in a pandemic.
What I
I
love
thought the
the
movie was
most, it was like inspiring for especially kids, you know, growing up watching it, and like they have a superhero of their own, like they can bring around, like same color skin tone and all that, and they have like the woman of the I don't even know the names. I'm sorry, I'm not into superheroes, but I know like it impacted a lot because it was exploded on Twitter
Right.
and like social media, and it's I think it was pretty dope for sure because it's not like no Flash or Superman.
yeah.
It's a black man and
Yeah.
black woman behind him. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Yeah, I thought the movie was empowering, just like Elsa said. Uplifting the times of a pandemic we're living right now. Yeah, it was a relatable superhero, especially if you were like a diverse human being. It kind of just made you more impactful, more connected. Yeah.
Right. I agree with you. One with you, Chris. One thing I did really like is the representation. And because not too many movies, Hollywood movies, you see a black male who's a king, who's a multimillionaire. And I thought that was really fascinating to show that no, we're not all drug dealers. We're not all um, junkies. We're not that silly best friend token. And it was really fascinating that Chadwick Boseman was able to play this role, and he did a really good job. And I thought representation was really great, but not only for Chadwick Boseman, to continue where you left off, Simone, with Shuri's character, a young black woman who's tech savvy. You don't see that in the movies, in Hollywood movies, and I thought that was really great.
I love that they showed that, and and the women around him they kind of held this empowering status. Like I guess they basically they empowered him. You know what I mean? He had strong people around him, strong female role models, and strong people just that believed in him and that looked up to him, and that it just shows you that you should always have people around you that are going to be empowering you. So it kind of like, I think that was one message that it definitely
and it definitely broke stereotypes like you were mentioning, Jensen, because and I like that. That's what we need to see. So other kids growing up, the white babies, they see that stuff, they'd be like, oh, they're superheroes too,
Right.
To touch on that, I was at the Westgate Mall not too long ago. It's been so long since I've been there, and I was walking down and I noticed there was this little like they had these dolls of little black dolls, little black girls, dolls, and with the curly hair and the kinky hair and different hairstyles, and I just felt like, wow, usually kids will go and they'll buy white dolls because you don't really see dolls that look like us, but now it's good to see that they're putting out dolls that look like us, so then little black girls can have a doll to to hold and feel like there's being seen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is so I feel like it's very empowering. So yeah.
One thing, and I have a question about that. About the actor, was he already diagnosed with cancer when he was doing all that?
I think he was.
Yes.
That's crazy. Wow.
That's the thing that's a little mind-boggling. It was reported that he was diagnosed in 2016.
Oh.
Yeah. So while he was filming the movie Elsa, he was diagnosed, but not too many people knew about that.
Wow.
Yeah. So the biggest question is that And a lot of directors and actors and producers are asking the same question. How was he able to do all these performances while he was ill?
I know. He's a true superhero. That's why.
I agree. Yeah, he is a true superhero, and I think also Elsa a lot of mental toughness. I can, because imagine after chemotherapy, he has to go on the set.
Oh wow.
I can imagine how tired he was.
Yeah.
Oh wow. But to this day, people are still trying to understand his legacy. It's like while he was filming the movie, and he was also seeing young cancer children diagnosed with cancer, and he would dress up as Black Panther and surprise them. And little did we know he was diagnosed himself too.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, rest in peace.
Oh yeah.
Because when I seen it was all over the news, Facebook, everything, and I was just like, "What? He had cancer?"
It was a big shock. No one knew he had cancer. I mean, except his small circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I got to give it to his circle that they respected his decision. He wanted to keep it confidential, and they made sure that his information didn't get leaked out.
Yeah. That's good though.
Chris, did I cut you off? Were you going to say something?
No, I said Chadwick Boseman was just a great actor. Honestly, he was in a lot of great films.
Oh yeah, a lot of great. The most recent film that was released, I don't know if you guys seen it. It's called Ma Rainey.
Yep, I seen it.
What do you think of it, Simone?
Good job. He did a really good job. Oh my God. It's based on a true story too. A singer.
Yeah.
American woman, and it was different too because she was butch. She was a lesbian.
Right.
A lesbian woman, and she didn't care, and she was just fierce.
Right.
And she didn't let nobody play with her money, and she didn't let nobody play with her time.
No.
And she was straightforward, and a lot of people didn't like her because she was just so strong. But I guess she needed to be that way because she knew people would take advantage of her if she wasn't. So
right. She definitely had her head on her shoulders, whereas ironically, Chadwick Boseman's character, he thought he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. He thought he knew everything.
Michael B. Jordan played a good role for Killmonger. Played a good role. He played a good villain. Yeah, I thought it suited him well.
Now the next question that we have is moving on with Black Panther. Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger character.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna be doing. They're not gonna be replacing, the original Black Panther because I guess they're gonna be doing Black Panther 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, Michael B. Jordan with Killmonger's story. And
are they bringing him back?
How are they doing that? Like,
that they haven't revealed that. I honestly don't.
Like CGI or something.
Oh no, Disney put their hands down. They're like they won't do CGI for Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, so they haven't really released what's their plan. So we'll just have to wait and see. But continuing where Chris left off with Michael B. Jordan's performance, what do you guys think of that? Playing Killmonger.
That was
great villain.
Very great, very good. What stood out too? I was just watching like the trailer again just to kind of refresh myself, and they touch on the difference between Africans and African Americans.
I'm listening.
Yeah, they did.
Michael B. Jordan, Killmonger, and Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick Boseman. So Chadwick Boseman, well, Black Panther, he was an African. He was born in Africa, even though they had they were related, but he was born in Africa, and then you see Killmonger, who's born in the United States, and they have two different lifestyles. Basically, you see, yeah, they're related, but it kind of like shows you the difference and how they were raised differently. So I think they kind of touched on that to show people that Africans and African Americans, although we might have the same descendants or ancestors,
Right.
we're not actually the same in
Right.
that way.
Yeah.
Right. A good observation.
Yeah.
But the thing
Yeah.
that's really tough is that their upbringing changed. We showed different point of view, their different perspectives.
Mhm.
But the thing that's really hard is that they both had valid points.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, Killmonger, I've seen so many Marvel movies, and with the Marvel movies, it's like the heroes, they pretty much they stood out. But the villains, some of them don't really, they're like, I usually don't pay attention to the villains, but until I saw Killmonger, his motives, his ways, you're like, okay, I see his point.
Yeah. And you think about it, like people's everyday life, you can either be a hero or you could be the villain in other
You have a
people's
choice.
Yeah, but sometimes people could just easily see you as a villain when, in their own eyes, knowing the story behind. Like, higher.
Hey, princess. She's grown.
She said she's watching a movie.
She's watching a movie. Oh wow!
Yeah.
Also, so funny. Ironically, Black Panther.
Yeah.
Ironically, Black Panther came out the same year she was born.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, 2018. Yeah.
Aww.
Watch the movie.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did?
Sorry, guys.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'm watching a monster. I'm watching a monster.
So what else? What else are we gonna talk about?
All right then. Now we talked about the past, how great the movie is. And we talk about the present, how this movie is still relevant with everything that's been going on, especially during the pandemic. But what about the future? What about the legacy? And most importantly, what would you like to see for the next Black Panther 2? Despite Chadwick Boseman, T'Challa won't be in the movie. So we talked about the past and the present, but what about the future?
Yeah, I think a good replacement for Chadwick Boseman would be vital, very vital. A good actor, they'll be very good.
Right.
Hopefully, Michael B. Jordan returns. That'll be great. He played a great villain, as we already said.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see where they go with the plot. Let's see where the plot takes us, because it was a great plot in the film. And
It was.
I think
let's see where the future heads us. Yeah. Let's see if it symbolizes the same aspects as the first one. I thought the movie symbolized defensiveness, racism, upstandingness, and all that. Yeah, let's see what the second one resembles. It'll be kind of a question.
Yeah, it's scheduled to come out July 2022 next year.
Yeah, July 22.
Yeah. Also, were you gonna say something?
So sorry about that, guys, by the way.
They're perfectly fine.
All right, what did I miss? I'm so sorry.
So basically what we were talking about with this discussion, we talked about the movie, The Past, when it came out, and we talked about we talked about the present, how this movie is still influential during this pandemic and with everything that's going on. But right now, we're currently talking about the future. What is the legacy that will be? What will the legacy be like for this movie? And most importantly, what would you like to see in the upcoming Black Panther movie, Black Panther 2? That's coming out next year. And it's a little challenging because Chadwick Boseman, T'Challa, won't be in this movie as it's reported.
So he's not at all gonna be in the movie? I know he can't, but
away.
like
He passed away.
I don't think they're gonna replace him.
I don't know if they will. Well, for this movie, they won't replace him. But beyond,
I don't think they're, because from an interview that I watched, I don't know if they're gonna change their mind, but from an interview that I watched, they're not thinking of replacing Black Panther at all. Like they want his legacy to live on. Basically.
Yeah, do you know what actor will play that role?
what?
Will they T'Challa?
They're not gonna replace him, she said.
They're
No,
not
that
replacing him.
they're not. No, they're not going to replace him. That's what Simone is saying.
Yeah, they're saying that they're not gonna replace him because they want his legacy to live on.
But he's not gonna be in the new movie. Huh.
Yeah. However, as you guys know, I'm a comic book buff. Back in 2009, they came out with a comic book, a Black Panther series, but it was his sister, Shuri, who was Black Panther.
Ooh.
Yeah. What happened basically in the story, T'Challa ended up being in a coma. So he was pretty much out of commission. So his sister ran Wakanda, and also she was Black Panther. The mantle was passed on to her. So many people are speculating if Shuri in the movie will be the next Black Panther.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. I like that.
I
Really?
really like that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, these are speculations. Nothing's been confirmed.
Yeah, exactly.
But one thing I can say, I do like that idea if it comes out, because I'm glad Black Panther, T'Challa, as a Black man, I felt like he represented us. Would you agree, Chris?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, definitely.
But we still haven't seen a movie where a young Black female represent.
Well, Catwoman.
Oh man. Oh man, I'm gonna have to wipe out my memory now.
No, but yeah, that would be good though if
Yeah.
Joe, what do you think?
a strong, empowering female role.
Okay. All righty. Well, before we wrap up, if there's I really appreciate this conversation. This is really great. Talking about the legacy of Black Panther, the movie. It's been 3 years, and we talked about the past, we talked about the present, and of course, most importantly, we talked about the future. What we would like to see. We would like to see the continuation of that, and also, oh, by the way, Disney announced that there will be a spin-off series on Disney Plus on Wakanda.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're gonna explore more on Wakanda outside of the movie.
Oh, can I just mention something real quick?
Mm-hmm.
You know how you're saying, we don't really see strong Black female roles.
Right, besides Catwoman.
There's actually, Wonder Woman, right?
Mm.
She has a twin. Her twin is a Black woman.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yes. So her twin is a Black woman, and she actually lives in an island with all males.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know about this. This is interesting.
Yeah, you know how Wonder Woman, she lives in an island with all women?
Yeah.
She lives in an island with all men. But she's like the queen, basically. I'm waiting for them to do to make a movie, actually put it out in theaters, but I don't know.
I didn't know that.
This is news to me. I didn't know about that either.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't remember her name, but yeah, I was so into Wonder Woman, and I just did some research, and I discovered that I didn't even know either. So I'm like, oh man,
Wow,
that's
wow. This is
awesome.
fascinating.
Yeah. So
Maybe
And
you
she's a
should be the
queen, you said.
director for that movie.
I can,
Yeah,
I can
all
see
right.
Simone directing a superhero movie. I don't know why I can't.
For
That'll be a
real.
cool.
Oh,
That'll be awesome.
We'll go help.
Yeah.
Definitely help. Definitely help you.
well, we're gonna wrap this up, but before I do, you guys actually gave me an idea to continue this conversation, especially with the Wonder Woman. This is news to me. How would you like if we do another Zoom? Next month is a very significant month. It's Women's Month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What if we actually do a Zoom, talk about either female superheroes who we find inspiring, and most importantly, real life superheroes, real life women superheroes, real life women who inspired us.
Cool.
I like that.
Cool.
Okay.
I like that idea.
You like that idea? All right. Okay. Well, I'll keep you posted on that. We'll work on that. But for everyone who watched this program, this Facebook Live of Black Panther 3rd anniversary, we want to say thank you for joining us, Team Hero, Elsa, Chris, and Simone. And we're just here to you guys, without you guys, we couldn't continue this program. We just want to say thank you guys for joining us on this Facebook Live, and we'll be able to continue releasing more content. And of course, find the hero in you.
Yeah.
I love that.
All righty. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you everyone for watching.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.